What's good? This your boy Hurricane giving you truth in its full form with a motherfucking God of War PS4 hood review and possible theory on what the next game gonna be. Let's get it out the way. I want to say this, and we can argue. God of War is one of the best games for PS4. I'm talking about like one of the greatest games to ever play on that system. I'm like, that game can never be redone, remade, reimagined, whatever. This is the God of War of the new age. Welcome. First of all, let's get off with this. The reason why I love the game. The reason why I love the game, we got the greatest character development of Kratos. He went from an angry motherfucker to calm, cool, and collected. Now I'm going to get angry when it's time to. You know, we got to see a new Kratos. Second, we get to see Norse mythology. For those that love Norse mythology, it is awesome. Fucking awesome. If you haven't read Norse mythology, read about it. Read about the story of Odin, Tyr, Thor, Balder, you know, the motherfucking sons of Loki and Loki himself, you know, the daughter of Loki, shit. It's awesome. I'm talking about playing this motherfucking game, just, you know, like playing it again, like after a long time. Like I realized, goddamn, this is a great motherfucking game. Like all the way around. All the way around, great fucking game. Now, the review to the theory. Oh yeah, I forgot the review. 10 out of 10 all day. I don't think there's no flaws in that game. I actually played that game and I was looking for glitches. And I ain't see none. So, if anybody found any glitches, let me know. Let me know. But now it's time for the theory. Since the game came out, people have came up with the theories of how Ragnarok is going to be. And Ragnarok, and we all know the story of the real story of Ragnarok. But now that we played the game, we all came up with our theories. And we've heard the best theories. And we heard the motherfucking, you know, like shit that's going to make the new God of War so fucking awesome. Now, let's start off by saying this. We all know, because now I'm getting off into the motherfucking theory of how the new game going to be. But I got to put everything in context. We all know that Faye was the wife of Kratos. She knew about the journey. She knew the future. And we all know that she has her hand in starting Ragnarok early. We all know that. We all know that there is something that have to do with time being involved due to the serpent being in Midgard, just popped up out of nowhere due to the story. And we also got to deal with the fact of Freya and the loss of Balder and her promise. Now we all know that. Now let's get off into my theory. My theory, it starts off, bear with me now, it all starts off, it's still Fimbulwinter. Because remember, Balder dead and the whole fucking weather pattern changed. So it's Fimbulwinter. So basically, first half of the game is going to be snow all over the motherfucking place. And since Freya is fucking angry and bent on revenge, I think she's going to get her wings back or get her battle spirit back and fight Kratos. Now, Kratos is not going to let's just say Kratos ain't gonna do her ass like he do everybody else. He ain't gonna give her that bloody finish, so to say, because he understands her pain. He understands the path of vengeance will lead nowhere. So he will probably fight her and then make an escape. Or fight her and she do something to harm herself or fuck herself up and still give a chance for an escape. I think Freya is going to come back many times. And I'm saying that to say this because this is going to be very important if you understand Norse mythology about Freya's sword. Okay. Now we on to the purpose of Mimir. What is Mimir going to be doing? Mimir is still going to be your happy-go-lucky storyteller. He's going to still give you bits and pieces of what's going on during this Fimbulwinter. And since you still have the Bifrost shit, and there's still other realms to go to, like Vanaheim and Asgard and Svartalfheim, there's going to be some missions over there, and Mimir is going to be talking shit. But it's still Fimbulwinter in Midgard. Remember that. There's snow all over the place. So this is the setting. You got to picture the setting of just nonstop snow. Now, Atreus may be a little older, or he may still be a kid. Now, that I haven't really pinpointed yet. But Loki is very important because now, after the fight with Freya, now it's probably time to meet the fates of Norse mythology. Now, if you can remember that, Kratos is like the fates can't be trusted or some shit like that. Like it's at the beginning of the game, you first go on your journey with Atreus, and Atreus mentioned something about the fates or the sisters of fate, and like Kratos gave them mark they can't be trusted. Now, I think Kratos is going to have to meet them in order to get the powers of time, because it leads back to why the serpent is on Midgard. Something has to do with time, and time is going to be a factor. We might see the older Atreus, aka Loki. You might fight him. I'm not sure, but I don't want to take it that far. Because if Kratos do fight Loki and he kills Loki, then he kills his son. So this is why I'm saying that shit, like it shouldn't happen. But it might be a glimpse. Which goes back to Faye. After the time talking to the Fates, he probably get the power of time. Now he can probably go forward and backwards like he did in God of War 2. The whole goal of God of War 2 is meet the Sisters of Fate, get the power of time, and go back and save yourself from getting stabbed by Zeus. So if you can have the power of time in the original God of War, you can have the power of time in this one. Now, like fight Freya, fight the Sisters of Fate. Now, we have, now it goes back to Faye. Again, we still hearing more stories of Faye. I think the new God of War is going to tell more stories of how Faye knew. How did she know? Why did she want to cause Ragnarok early? We're going to hear more stories of Faye the Just, or La Faye the Just, whatever they call it, And that's going to be a big factor. And now, remember, he have the Bifrost shit. And he can go to other realms. Now, I don't want to get to Asgard yet, because I think Asgard is going to be the final battle. Now we go further on. Faye shows up again. We fight again. And then Kratos probably knocks some sense into her. Like, look, woman. I'm not your enemy, because it's going to be probably something about Surtir and look, Faye, we need your sword. Because this sword is going to be the shit that motherfucking destroys Surtur if he come to destroy Asgard, because Asgard is going to be fucked up. That's the story of Ragnarok. It's going to be like that. Asgard got to be the final battle. But before the Surtur fight, it's the fight with Thor. And Thor is gonna be a bad motherfucker. We all know that. but I just want y'all to see the fuck shit down the line. And beat Thor, did he fight Surtur because he's destroying Asgard during the middle of the battle with you and Thor. And Odin is doing his thing, wherever. But Odin will be last to fight. So if you look at the beginning, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Fimbulwinter, you fight Freya first time, maybe twice. Then, you know, she goes off. Then you find the Sisters of Fate to control the power of time and find out what's going on with Faye and who Loki really is. And then we have the battle with Thor. Then we have the battle with Surtur. Then we have the battle with Odin. There's going to be more fights in this God of War. Because in this God of War, it was just Baldur 3 times and you fought Magni and Modi. You know, that was it. You know, so we're going to give you the, you know, you fight Freya twice, fight the Sisters of Fate, we got Thor, we got Surtur, we got Odin. So the next God of War is gonna be awesome. In conclusion, the next God of War is gonna be awesome. But like that's my theory. You know, I think Faye wanted to cause Ragnarok early and get Kratos to raise Atreus into being who he should be, not the trickster that we all know him as. I think Faye saw the future, like real far in the future. And another thing, maybe Faye wanted vengeance against Odin. And the only person that can really hold it down and do it is Kratos and the blood of our seed. So I think there's still a path of vengeance in the name of Faye. So God of War Ragnarok or God of War 5 or however they call it, but it gotta be the end. It gotta be the last installment. There shouldn't be nothing else after this. But if they do make something, just make a DLC where Atreus can be played with and you can advance the story with Atreus. Because going back to that motherfucking wall, people think it's Mimir. People think it's Kratos. And some motherfucker think it's someone else, I guess. But I think that's Kratos. Laying on that picture with Atreus holding him and a snake coming out of his mouth. It's time for Kratos to go. Because at the end of the day, Kratos is too angry to die. You know, there was a reason for him to live. If y'all played that game, Asura's Wrath, there's a reason for Asura to live, man. He got to stop these motherfuckers. Vengeance! You know what I'm saying? So, I think the next God of War is going to be more about the story of Faye and Atreus, a.k.a. Loki. And the story is going to be unfolded. Secrets going to be revealed. People's going to get their head cracked. Giants going to be knocked the hell down. And we about to see a battle between Kratos and Odin. We all saw the battle between Kratos and Zeus. Let's see Kratos and Odin, the All-Father. We all seen Odin in comic books and in video games. Now we get to see him in one of the newest installments, one of the greatest video games of all time, God of War. So, boy, this video is over. Goodbye.